Hello, so today I'm going to be discussing to you about demonstrating a lesson dealing with paraphrasing and summarizing. I would use an I do, we do, you do model where we would first take a paragraph or a couple sentences that would describe something, and then you would retell or reread those sentences at least 2 or 3 times in order for the students to grasp what the sentence or the few sentences would be describing. Then it would be the teacher's turn with the students to go through and create a paraphrasing of what the actual few sentences or paragraph were about. So then the students would help the teacher rewrite and summarize what it was about in order to get to see if the students understand the main idea or the main point behind what the sentences are describing. Then afterwards, what would happen would be for the students' turn to go ahead and have another example for the students to look at and do themselves. And then the teacher would be able to call on to the students to see if they understand what is being retold in terms of the story or the sentences. So I would use the I do, we do, you do model. The paraphrasing and summarizing would come from by rewriting what was being said and modeling that idea to the students. Now, if the students do not understand what is being read or what is being said in the examples, then the teachers would have to then go ahead and break it down for the students, maybe go through the difficult words and make sure that they understand what the main idea or the main point is before being able to have them go on their own. But the biggest idea or the point would be to make sure that you have a specific model that would work with the students. I believe the I do, we do, you do model works well with most of the students that I have worked with in the past in terms of 1211 classrooms that I have used it on, and it has worked very well. Students seem to like where the teacher is able to model it, able to follow, but then able to do it themselves, so they have that choice and that responsibility and control. So I believe that would be a good way to use this model. Now, in terms of how to show this model, I wouldn't just read out loud without having the examples either on a smart board where students can follow along. They can have a sheet on their desk to follow along. Then with the modeling, I would make sure to underline the important details such as the character or the event that is being described so that I can be able to paraphrase it later on in the activity. So I'd always make sure to use some sort of technology along with even some pictures maybe for students who need more of a visual process. They would have some pictures to help describe the event as well. So I'd also accommodate and make sure that everybody is understanding the event that is being described so that no one is left out in the lesson. So I would use the I do, we do, you do model. I would make sure to have technology and accommodations necessary for students that need it, and I would go from there in terms of paraphrasing and summarizing. So I hope that was a helpful discussion, and I look forward to seeing your responses. Thank you.